welcome to my channel. My name is Pete. You're watching Pete's Jacob of the Model Builder, and I've got a next build to do, which in this case is the Ecto, and we've got magazine number issue, or I should say issue number 12 here, and I will show that to you in a moment. It's all to do with the dashboard. And back issue number 13 I have in as well, and I think they're pretty quick builds, but we'll find out. Thank you very much for joining me again, and I hope you like this. If you do, please like, subscribe, and pass it on. So shall we get to building? Let's do it. Okay, here's the magazine. Sorry for the bad quality of sound before, but I forgot to turn on my microphone, and as you can hear, it's on now. Okay, this is magazine number, or issue number 12, with the stages 39, 40, 41 and 42, and as you can see, all dashboard related. Some of these stages are pretty darn quick, as that was 40 is. There's a little bit more to do in 41 with putting the radio on, and is that the instrument panel and the radio itself. Mounting the dashboard trim, fitting the wires. 42 is a larger one as well, with Gen-Tech antenna and emergency brake panel. As you can see, there are quite a few little fiddly things to do. It looks big, but it's tiny. And the brake pedal there. And then as you can see, all these lights in the back there, and LP screws to put it all together. The glove box and control panel. Here we go, stage number 39. We have 39 right here. We're starting with the glove box, but we're getting that in. We put it in from underneath, or maybe that's the better way, yeah, and as you see, it is. It cannot go further than that. It's holding up there. Well, as you can see, it's in. Then we put that bracket on. There are some locating, or there's some stuff that goes into the slots that are there. And then we're gonna put BPs in there. So those is that panel in there, as you can see right there. It doesn't come out very easily, but that's fine. This one actually has something to put it down on. There we go. Now, this is something I've already done. Put those two in. And one is what they call the, sorry, it's upside down. It should be like that. One is the ventilation, and one is the defroster. And we're going to put that thing on. And how are we going to put that on? Like so. Yep. And we're going to put screws in that and that one. And they are the IPs. And that is what we have when we're done with that. And we're going to put that aside, because number 39 is done. Then we're going to get 40 in, which is that one. And these little bits that we have right here in stage 40, as you can see. That looks like an amp meter. Is that a clock? Yeah, that's the clock. That's the clock, that's the amp meter. And I'll show you when they're in, what they look like. It's in. right there. Now we're going to get that clock out, pushing that from the other side and screwing it in, and that is what we have when we're done. Then you've got those two little things. Let's see, this one we're pushing in to that hole right there. And I was afraid of that. It's completely broken on me. And we have to do a fix again, like I sometimes do, is that we make a hole in that and that, put a piece of wire and a lot of glue in there, but I will do that after it, not now. Dramatic quadrant, which goes into, wow, and that's in right there. It's a pity that I broke that one, but I've got something to fix that, and but I'll do that after this one. And we're starting with this CB radio, and we're putting this in with the smaller of the two switches to the top, like so. Then in the lower part, we put this one right there. We push that in as well, as you can see. Oh, sorry, as you can see, it's in there. Then we're putting it on the dashboard. But I'm going to do a little bit of modification. Where is my small pen? Yep, me like. So that is what I've done. Now we're going to put it on this part, and there's a location lug, as you can see right there, and the other ones are of course the screws where to go. And the screws are jippies. Okay, that's it. And we're going to put this to the side for a second. Nope, we're getting that one. And so we're getting that one, come on, and that one together. I'm going to put those two together. There's no other way, or this is the most logical way to put them together, of course. Everybody can see that. Fine, this is what it looks like. This is the radio. It goes onto that point there, in that piece of trim. So we're going to put two screws in those points. Remember, when you're putting in more than one screw, put them in lightly and for the alignment, and when you've done the last screw you can tighten them up, and that is what you have. We're putting this in to that slot there. So that's what you have, but we're going to put two, let's see, one there, and they are the eyepiece. Remember, it's plastic, don't over tighten it, you'll lose the screw thread. There it is. So we're starting with these switches. So we're putting in this switch on this side. And push it through. Does push through on the other side as well. Then we're putting in 32E, which is the F wire, and which is completely gray, which is this one. The F wire is a gray wire, and we've got these little tabs to keep them in, and we're screwing them in with an EP. And I believe the last thing we do is put those lights for the dashboard in, if it will let me take it out. The wire goes on this side, so yeah, it's quite obvious this. So in order of appearance, from right to left, gray in that switch, then these are the lights, blue and green in for that switch, then the green for that switch, then the blue for that one, and the white for that one. And then we've got all these wires connected. So in stage 42, as you can see right there, we're going to put a whole lot of little things in. And be careful with these little things. As you've seen, I broke that switch already. So I will fix that, but I can't at the moment. That's the brake pedal. I don't know what these are. I think we're starting with this one. We're putting those two together. Then we've got a lug hole here, and we've got that little bracket. And we're going to put the bracket and that strange device, I don't know what it's called, the antenna, okay, together with a GP screw. And there is that antenna in. Did we put that in already? I've been sleeping a little bit, or I've going through this a little bit too quickly. Okay, what I do is the long bit goes into the hole, so the top one I keep between my tweezers like so. And then I push it in. And we do that with all 8 of them. Smells really nice. That's why the ventilator is on. Okay, we're putting that away, and we are going to use 2 BP screws. 1 and 2, and we're going to put them in to the holes that we have on that thing that we just put in right here with all those switches, with that switch band on that switch panel. And that's supposed to go in right there with 2 ease. Start with the top one. That pedal is in there, and all those switches and dials are in there as well. And then we're going to put the 2 together. So we're putting screws in that one, and that one. And they are the LPs. That is what we have in this stage. But this stage and issue 21 are done. Wow, it's a fiddly thing, stuffed up as well with that little thing. If you put that thing in, it's a very thin thing that has to go into a quite tight position. Be careful with that. and put that in with tweezers. I can fix that, but when you put that in, don't put it in by hand, and don't hold it all the way to the end, but as close as to the hole as possible. That prevents it from breaking. I'm going to bore a tiny hole in there, put a piece of wire in there, and do that on the other part as well, and then put them together with a bit of Gorilla super glue, and hope that will work. But thank you very much for watching. Thanks again for staying all the way to the end. And I said I was going to test that little thing. So let's see if I can. I think the batteries are empty, so cannot test it. But we will test it later on. And that's that. So as I said, thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and pass it on, and hope to see you next time on any of my other builds. And check them out. Bye bye. See you next time.